I struggle with restaurant marketing people. A lot of them are just selling, well, snake oil. You know, anything to get money out of you, because selling marketing is like selling sex. Everybody wants it. It's easy, like just magic pill. You do this, you pay me, you're gonna make all this money. And there's all these different people that think they can make it work. And they really take people for a ride and take their money. I'm David Scott Peters. I'm a restaurant coach, and I help independent restaurant owners achieve restaurant prosperity, freedom from the restaurant, and the financial freedom they deserve. So I can tell you, I knew I had introduced Matt to Kamron. I've known Kamron for a long, long time. And I knew that Kamron had developed literally the industry's best loyalty program out there. Well, I met Matt, and he had literally the one thing that I've never seen before: easy, inexpensive acquisition of new customers. The problem is, at some point in time, it was like, well, how do I keep these people coming back? How do I know that they're coming? Well, here's this person with that piece, and here's this person with this piece. And I said, I got to get them together.
So here we are, enjoying a slice of Evel Knievel pizza. And I honestly had no earthly idea why I was there. This was a guy that DSP wanted me to meet, and I knew what repeat returns was, but I was oblivious to what Kamron's agenda was, and that he had an idea of, hey, I think there could be something here with Matt Plapp and his company.
I think sizing each other up, I'm trying to get some detail on what his operation does, and you know, he's asking me a few questions about what we do, but more than anything, I think it was just getting to know each other a little bit and see if we should really continue, having a discussion.
One thing that kept coming to my head was that Cam was the techie side of my personality. I've always joked that I know enough about technology and software to be dangerous, but I've always leaned hard on the sales side. Cam was a very similar version of me, but he was way more towards the tech and marketing side. And I could see how that, after talking to him and getting to know him and watching more of his content, we have been saying the same shit for 20 years at presentations.
I knew that I couldn't outspend Pizza Hut, I couldn't outspend Domino's, so I had to do some different things if I was going to be successful and make some money in the business.
Can you outspend Papa John's, Avery? But he sure as hell outsmarted him.
I can tell you that there's a reason why I only recommend literally 2 people for marketing: Kamron and Matt. Because they truly believe in what they sell. They truly make a difference in people's lives if they listen to the advice, they actually take action and put it in place. And I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it firsthand. And the most amazing part is, they're very down to earth about it. They're not the flashy, oh my God, we can change your world. They're like, you gotta do the frickin' work. And I think that's really amazing in a world where everybody's trying to find something, get rich quick schemes. Marketing is sexy, but the fact of the matter is they understand that it's work, but they tell you the step-by-step process and how to get there, and it gets people results.
So we leave Vegas, and the idea is to set up a Zoom meeting, and he's going to show me the back end of repeat returns. So we have that meeting. The software blows me away. The similarities between Cam and myself, our mindset, our thought process blew me away.
And I meet Matt, and I'm thinking, this is a confident guy. He's on a mission. He's doing things that other people dream of, and he's done it in short order. So yes, I was impressed with what Matt had done, and in a way kind of wish I had, maybe done what he did a little bit.
But as the conversation evolved, I started to get pretty excited about what he had built with repeat returns, because up to that point, I had only seen what everybody else would see on the internet. And I got to understand that Kamron and I were really similar. And when I started to realize how similar we were, I started thinking, okay, well, if I built my company this way, there's a pretty good chance he's got a lot of the same things within repeat returns.
We just walked into this, laying our cards on the table, and I was very comfortable doing it because I felt that what Matt had or what we had was a perfect fit, and I was hoping that he would see that as well.
We got off the call and we didn't set up a next step. I wanted to play a little hard to get. I saw what he was trying to do and I thought, okay, this is an opportunity to bring repeat returns into our world and bring something that our clients needed desperately. But at the same time, I didn't want to go after it like I always did, guns a-blazing. A month goes by, and I'm leaving the office about 4 p.m. on a Friday. I get an email. It was kind of funny because I saw it was from Cam. I opened it up. I opened the PDF. And once I got reading the PDF, I forgot who it was from.
This will be studied through the ages as the greatest cold email in history.
It was Billionaire Magazine. It was Matt Plapp debuts on the stock exchange, goes public, is now a billionaire. And I'm reading this PDF and I'm like, oh, what am I reading? I go back to the email, who the hell is this from? It's from Cam. And I'm like, does this mean what I think it means? And I'm like, okay, I gotta get in the gym. So I get to the gym, go do the workout, and I'm thinking about it all Friday night. I text him and said, hey, I got the email. I'm gonna digest it tomorrow. So I'm reading this, and I'm also noticing the facts in this writing that are from a long time ago.
Matt and his team in the conference room, and I saw a lot of words on the wall there, achievement, and a lot of the power words that he wanted to instill in the company. So I peppered those words throughout the document.
One of them was going back that year at Pete's Expo when myself and David and Peter and Max and Connor went hiking down to the Colorado River down by the Hoover Dam. And the detail in there, I'm thinking, well, how the hell does this guy know this?
I knew Matt had just had a birthday. He was 47. I used the numerals 47, 47 seconds, because I know that's powerful when you can put a number in a sales piece that is somebody's age.
And the last page, you click a link and it went to a slideshow, which prior to that would have been a repeat return slideshow, but he had rebranded it to reflect America's Best Restaurants, ABR Rewards, Restaurant Marketing That Works, our brands. And I'm like, damn, this is ballsy, because there's not many people that would have taken something that far without NDA signed, without very ironclad documents signed to make sure it didn't leak outside of there, and also without him trusting somebody that I wouldn't get on the internet and blab my mouth that, oh, hey, Cam's selling the company or wants to, because that could hurt his business. And so that also endeared me to him, because I was like, okay, I'm from Kentucky. We always joke Kentucky and Ohio. A handshake means something in Kentucky. It doesn't in Ohio. That was the ultimate handshake.
And it wasn't long after that, an email comes back to me and it says, wow, that's a vision. I want to talk.
One thing I love is when you practice what you preach. And the very end of that presentation had a clear call to action, something I talk about restaurants need in their marketing. Let me know and I'll fly to town and we'll talk business, is in essence what it said. So Cam coming to town, to me, served two purposes. Number one, I knew that Cam wanted to make sure he was handing the torch off to the right people. He wanted to see the operation, meet our team.
When I got to his office and he showed me that vivid vision, it was just too bizarre. Matt says our company, ABR, will have this marketing platform by the end of 2023 and we'll be celebrating in Las Vegas.
But I also needed to make sure that my team was feeling what I was feeling. I was in. I knew the product could be exactly what we envisioned Database Dynamite to be. But I wanted to make sure that everybody on the team was on the same page as me and they saw the vision. And those 4 to 5 hours in the conference room at our offices really cemented it, because everybody was on board. Doug, Tom, Ashley, David, everybody saw it and said, that's what we've been talking about. That's the missing piece.
Matt could run repeat returns better than I can. He's built this organization. I had not. I'd kept this more of a closely held company. We had a tight-knit crew, and I thought Matt's operation will bring value to my clients. What I have will bring value to his clients. And overall, I saw Matt as probably the better person to head up that venture instead of having the two separate entities. So, I figured that would probably end up being a sale, merger, something where we'd put those pieces together and Matt would, drive the car.
We both had come to the conclusion that this was something that needed to happen. That what Repeat Returns was bringing to the table was the ultimate missing piece of our company. And at the same time, what we were offering all of our clients was something that wasn't being offered to Repeat Returns. And combined, it could be a powerhouse.
I didn't really have a clue what a merger would look like. I knew that it had to be good for my clients. It had to bring value to them. It had to be good for the team I had here. And other than that, I just did not have a preconceived roadmap on what that would be.
So this is where we started to put pen to paper and understand what the deal was going to look like. And it's a weird dance because we had become friends. We both knew we wanted this to happen, but we also both had demands and needs. We both had value we were bringing. And to be honest with you, we all think we bring more than we probably bring.
We started talking numbers. He threw a number at me at what his company was worth. I laughed. Then he threw a number at me at what he thought my company was worth. I laughed. Then we came up with some numbers. And I was happy with it because I am literally betting on Matt and the team.
Worked on it for about 4 weeks and got a pretty good structure in place, a one-page simple document, bullet points about who was getting what was happening, what this was going to look like. And then it goes to the attorneys. And I'm not saying attorneys are bad, but I think that they complicate things probably for the better sometimes because you have to. There's partnerships that go the wrong way because I's aren't dotted and T's aren't crossed. But a simple one-page document now became 48 pages.
They start using that incendiary language. It starts getting everybody fired up, and a couple of months of that. And Matt and I had to have a couple of phone calls to, speak personally about what the intent of this particular provision was, what the intent of this thing was, and put those things together. But I think we knew all along what we wanted to do. And the attorneys were, trying to drop maximum protection on both sides.
And every other day for 4 to 5 weeks, a new version, a line marked out. It got to a point where I gave it to Doug and Chris, our accountant, and said, y'all read it. I'm done. I can't read one more document. If the bones are correct, let's rock and roll. Let's not have a pissing match over little tiny things.
Matt called me while he was driving, and we had a good long talk. He was on the road. We went through everything again, and he said, fuck it, we're doing it. I'll be in town next week. And I was glad to hear that. I knew it was a good move for both of us.
Now that all the legal bullshit was over, it was time to party, time to celebrate. And
I talked with the crew. I said, I got some news. It's all good. I explained what we were doing and why.
Myself, Doug, Ashley, and Peter hopped on a plane, came out to Vegas.
Kim and I drove to the local party store, picked up a ton of stuff, decorated the place, and I had all the local crew in the office that day to greet Matt with a, wild welcome.
We walk into the office and everybody already knows. There's people on camera, on Zoom calls. There's silly string everywhere. It was some theater, which is one thing I love about Cam, is he is a marketing guy.
We had a good time. That was a wonderful day here at Repeat Returns. That was a wonderful day. I just really saw this as the dawn of a new era for our clients and Repeat Returns.
I don't get real excited. There's been times in our business that we've crossed milestones and employees are like, yeah, and I'm like, whatever, next step. And this probably would have been that way had the reception not been as warm. I mean, you walk in the door and there's silly string. It's like your damn birthday, you hit the lottery. When that happened, it showed me the caliber of people that we were bringing into our family.
It was like getting to the end of a race and coming in first and, ready to walk up and grab a trophy. I felt this was the culmination of that pitch deck I put together the email I sent Matt that got him on board, that got the meeting. And yeah, I felt like that was the pinnacle of my marketing career right there, is creating a piece that put this magical rocket ship together.
Having repeat returns and America's Best Restaurants together now is not only going to revolutionize how restaurants market, but it brings the cost of customer acquisition down, the most expensive form of marketing out there. But when you look at it and say, if I want to market, there's only 3 ways to increase your sales. Get a new customer, get them to come back more often, get them to spend more. Well, America's Best Restaurants makes it inexpensive for you to make that acquisition, to entice people to make sure they come back over and over again and love your brand. Then repeat returns captures that data and make sure that they come back more often. If we could increase somebody's visit 1 more time a month, if we could get them to spend $10 more a month, all of a sudden you make huge changes. And I think what we're going to see is sales growth. We're going to see done for you marketing. We're going to see easy ways for independents to compete with the chains. So I think there's nothing better out there right now than the fact that America's Best Restaurants and repeat returns are now together.
So now we're done. We got a deal. Everybody knows about it. The documents are signed. The attorneys have done their stuff. They got the hell out of the way. But now we have a much bigger task. There's 2 lanes here. We've got the employees from each company that need to know what the hell the other does. We got all the people at America's Best Restaurants. We've got all the people at Repeat Returns. How does this affect their job? How does it help them serve their clients better? Because up to this point, it's been about us getting this deal done. And so I could see where both sides of the company had clients that needed the other thing. And it was now time to run hard and fast. That's how I like doing shit. I love breaking things. I love finding failure quick. And so there was no reason to think that, hey, we now have this done. It's November, December, January. Let's tell our clients what we have here. Let's put it together and let's hit 2024 with the most powerful marketing platform that's out there.
On the next episode of Heroes of Hospitality, the team learns that a merger of this caliber isn't as simple as it seems.